Oops. What a noob. I don't know what happened there. Put the outro on before the intro, so now you know what the outro looks like. Thanks. It's been a while, hasn't it, really? It's been a while. Got new specs and a better liver, so I hope you're doing well. If you're watching this on the replay, hello. So I just thought I'd pop on, say hello. I've paid for some creative assets in the editing software that I use. Editing software that I use. So I thought I'd do a better intro. What do you think? It's nice, isn't it? It's the future. Hopefully I've paid for them. I'm not going to get a copyright strike for using their stuff. Hello, John Paul Glasgow. I don't know if anybody's going to come in. If you do come in, say hello. And if you don't come in, you can't say hello, really, can you? I aren't sure about these specs, really. They're a bit slippery. I knew I was officially old because I couldn't see number plates on cars coming towards me. Nicky Maynard, how you doing? Everybody's got a spanner in here. I keep forgetting. How you doing, Dave? Nice to see you. So I checked round to see if anybody was on. I couldn't see anybody on, so I'm here. I thought I'd do a bit of a show. I've got my Nick warning on in case I fancy a vape. I've got a bit of a Buffy. How's about that then? You can't say that anymore, can you? I've actually my nemesis, which was the Peacemaker from Squid Industries. I gave mine away because I couldn't wick it, and then Punk Rock Vapor had one for a nominal fee. So I nominal feed it, and he sent it over here, and it's on. I'm on the first wick, and I've well stuffed it. I used to just get it to flood out. I've just done a hot fill on it, and there's a slightest amount of seepage. Bearing in mind this is probably a 7-year-old RTA, but I've got the big, the fat glass on it. I don't know what they call it. The fat glass is now called the fat glass. So I'm fat glassing. Here we go. I don't know how many's in, but we can see what two? Oh God. The years have passed me by. I used to be famous once upon a time. And then I found out I couldn't put, at least I put the microphone on, that's the main thing. It's got, I can't remember what I put in there. I found some Claptons from John at Proper Coils, who's now defunct, 0.15 fused Clapton whale. And that's an old G-Class that I bought for about 125 quid in 2016. And it's still going, although the plastic has started to deteriorate. I don't use it very often, but I quite like it. That's actually the leather one, or pleather, or whatever it is. And I still use it occasionally. I usually use it with a Goon 25 on, with the same set of coils I've had in for ages. And it works a treat. It's for tasting different juice, if you know what I mean. So I don't very often vape RTAs, but that's pretty enjoyable. What's it got in it? Tell you what it's got in it. It's got the vapes, or the cakes and shakes, rhubarb. I did a review on these, but sadly I took all the reviews off the channel because I was mardy. Hello Heath, how you doing? Nice to see you. I don't know if I know Heath. Anyway, hello Heath. Nice to see you, buddy. And welcome to you. Now, I'm an old has-been from back in the day. I don't do any AI photos anyway through. I haven't got a Zoom room anymore, so I can't have a guest on. But if you're interested in listening to somebody that is genuinely bored and not like everybody else that's putting AI photos on Facebook, I'm here. But it's really lovely to see you. Hopefully we'll get a few in. If you're new to this and you want to subscribe, I haven't put anything on here since May, so it's up to you. You never know. I might come back with a storm. Start making a fortune out of the vape industry before it goes shebang. Anyway, I've heard different things about the vape tax. We're not going to go on about that because we'll find out when it happens. Same advice as ever. If you see anything cheap, buy it, especially if it's a short fill with no nick in it. Just buy it. Just buy everything you can afford. And then if it all goes pow, you'll have a good stock. I've got quite a bit of, I've got about 3.5 litres of nicotine. And yeah, I'm the vape god, yeah. I am a vaping god. I've got the sunglasses if you want, Nikki. Are you ready? I can't really see a lot through them, but good news is it's not sunny in here. There we go, look. Just like at Expo, I am the vaping god. There you go. I've probably got UV poison in my eyes with them because they came from China. Who was it from? Lost Mary. Good old British name, Lost Mary. Not very sweet juice. It's got a decent cloud coming off that anyway. It's lovely. Look at that. Awesome. I'm onto the age of varifocals now. I kept telling you all that I couldn't see anything. And I went down to the thing and I really couldn't see anything. So now I've got some varifocals. On my other channel, there's a stream coming up, or a thing. Hello, CC Cores. How you doing, buddy? There's some drone stuff coming up, and it's the first time I've ever seen the drone while I've been flying it, to be honest. So the results are better. I can actually see the drone now. I did pop off to the thing because I say I've been on blood pressure medication since November, and what I thought was I'm going to go and see if there's anything wrong with my eyes, and then if there isn't, I'm going to get my medication changed because apparently it can affect your eyesight. So anyway, I went off and she went, no, it's nothing to do with your medication. Your short-sighted stopped working. So anyway, now I've got these. So I'm not walking around with a stick like Connor, bless him. So what else have I got? I've got some of this. I've been making juice, and I've actually made about 400 ml. I'll show you. I'm dragging it out as long as we can. Are you going to Expo, mate? Cover the last one. No, I'm off to Benidorm instead, mate. So what I've got some. I made some of that Kai berry, which is I just make everything in mouth to lung because I do a lot of mouth to lung in now. I will get it to work eventually. Whee! So 12 milligram on that. Tutti fruity. But I put some bubblegum in there at 2%. And that's made a reasonable sort of juice. It was a bit harsh for a start. So I put a bit more sweetener in. and it's come out pretty nice. So we got behind the age gate yet. I don't think you'll get any adverts on mine either. I've been a busy little boy. What did you do? Are you going to? No, I'm not. Not unless it's in Benidorm. So I thought, because I don't drink it anymore, I thought I'd go into some boozy sort of recipes. So I've got some Mullenberry. I can't remember which rum it is, but so I just call it rum straight because all I put in there is rum. It said give it 7 days. I ain't tried it yet. Well, I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks, so I want a good selection of stuff to take with me. I'm not going to take the big bottles with me, but you will focus. Anybody want to buy a camera? I don't know what it's seeing, to be honest. I think it's seeing that rude. There you go. So I don't know why I'm showing the label because it's pretty generic, isn't it? £1.99 from B&M's on a big roll. There's another one somewhere, and somebody might have stole it because it'd be that good. It's probably Nick. He's probably coming in and nicked my recipe. It's going to be here somewhere. How can you lose a bottle of juice that you haven't touched for a week? Anyway, it'll pop up in a minute. I'm sure it will. Going to Gran Canaria for 10 nights in a couple of weeks' time. What date do you go? I go the 7th. I'm off. I'm not going to there. Otherwise, I'll come around and find you and make me buy a pint of Diet Coke for about £8 in Gran Canaria. What's John Paul on about? Only having a laugh. What are you having a laugh about? Mix an old vape. Well, hang on, we've missed it. John Paul, CC Coils, not first in here. No. I think he's ranting. Oh, you've been making build trays. Oh, right. 9th. Oh, 9th. Yeah, I'll go on the 7th, which is a Sunday. We're off up to Frigliana in the villa. We're not going to get robbed this time because we're not taking any money. That is a lovely vape. We always said with these, if you could hit the wick on them, they're a fantastic vape, but we never used to hit the wick. Well, Bill did. He did better than what I did. I just used to end up with juice. It used to dump the whole thing of juice all over my knee. And one day I nearly threw it out the thing. Anyway, in the end, Mike wanted one. You know, Mike with the... it'll come to me in a minute. Mike Haynes wanted one. So Benny had a silver one, I had a black one. So we both sent him to him because it was really nice. Oh, yeah, CC is, yeah. Well, as soon as Benny puts it up about a week before, he goes, first. You can be first in here anyway, and I'll pretend you were. How's that? So if you want to do a super chat, you can't. If you want to do anything to do with giving me money, you can't, because we got demonetized about 7 or 8 months ago. If it's the first time watching me, I'm just an old bald guy that started vaping in 2016 in the January to stop smoking, and stop smoking I did, and I've been doing it for quite some time. Although if I go to Benidorm's a different place, and in years gone by, other years, I've, odd times I'll have a ciggy, but I probably won't this time because I don't drink anymore. Scuba. Damn, Mick, I work during the day. What are you doing working at 9:45 at night, Scoobs? How you doing? Nice to see you. One thing you notice when you come in here, everybody's got a spanner. I think I used to put people's spanners on when I've been drinking. As you can tell, I used to drink a lot. Not anymore. I ought to take them all off, really. Safety in numbers. So I say I bought some extra stuff for the editing software. You pay £15 a month, and it opens it up to all these different pictures and stuff like that. So I think I might carry on with that. 4:44. You need to get home, mate. Man of your age. So this is that bubble gum that's in here, and it's quite nice. I say it was a bit harsh for a start, so I stuck a little bit more sweetener in it, and it's come up a treat. So I bought this off Bogan, not Bogan, similar than Bogan. Punk Rock Vapor. And he sent me a present, and that's why we're here tonight. So I've got the Siren, the little one that I bought off John McClintock. When I find it, it'll be here somewhere. I've got the little Siren RTA. And Punk Rock bought a big batch of stuff, and he's got the Siren 2, Well, I like to buy a mouth to lung tank because I'm a bit of a fan of them. So I said to him, I'll buy that off you. He said, no, you won't. I'm going to send you it for free. So shout out to the lovely Craig for giving me a present. And there it is. For precise mouth to lung vaping. So what I'm proposing to do today, what I'm proposing to do today, if I can actually get the downward camera to work and get in focus all at the same time, is to put a coil in that and then put some, what we're saying, straight rum. There's a whiskey one as well somewhere. I'll put it somewhere. There we go. It's Jack and honey. Because I've got a thing about honey vapes now. I like the way it stinks the house out. I don't know. It's focusing on something, isn't it? There you go. It was Vegas, I think. 2015. Vegas, baby. I'm going to put some of that in it, see if it's any good. The pod situation is getting sparse. Got to do more DIY, I guess. Well, you have, yeah. In the end, they'll wreck a completely good industry, won't they? And then everybody will start smoking again. They'll go, oh, you really need to stop smoking. I can't believe our government, to be honest. I didn't like them before they got in. And I wouldn't never vote for the people that got in anyway. But the bloke that actually did get in was a complete and utter twat. And they've just gone on to prove just how bad they really are. Governments are absolutely disgraceful, aren't they? They should be horsewhipped. I'll be on some list soon. I'll be said something. Well, they do smell like pee, yeah. So do I, though, Scuba. I'm nearly 60. People just think, well, that's not his vape. It's just him because he's like 58. So they all smell of pee at 58. So I went in a Zoom room last night and had a word with a few people. It was made a nice change. I popped in on Saturday night to say hello to a few. The only thing is I work on a Saturday night. So if you're ever on a stream and I come in and I say, hello, everybody, and then I don't get back to you anymore, I'm not being miserable, but I drive a cab for a living. And all of a sudden I get busy and I never get back in before it ends. And sometimes I'll have a listen to it while I'm riding around. And other times I get really busy. And if I listen to it, I forget jobs that I'm doing. So that's the reason I don't, I don't come in to pretend I'm clever. I just don't genuinely get time to say hello to everybody, but there you are. Thing is, I am a vaping god, so I'm allowed to do that. So there you go. The thing I've got to do now, I've got to find a CC coil to go in this. I'm going to start DIY end of October, buy everything I need. Good idea. It's really easy. If you get stuck, give us a shout. All you need is a Zoom room, some PG, VG, a set of scales for about £8 off Amazon. I've actually got 2 pairs. If we lived a bit nearer, you could have one of them. Yeah, that's right. That's what they're going to do over here. They're going to start taxing it at $2.20 a mil. They're going to make it so you can't buy any of that. And then when everybody stops vaping, they're going to go, right, what can we tax now? Because that's not working either. They're just ridiculous people, to be honest. But hopefully within a few years, they won't be in. But you've got to have a government in, and it doesn't matter who you have in. They always tax things you like. To pay for people that you don't like, you know what I mean? The trouble with them, they can't generate money because in this country it hemorrhages out, just disappears on people who shouldn't really have it, regardless of whether the colour of the skin. Some people don't really deserve to have bundles of cash thrown at them every other week because they should also get a job and put money in. That was the way the system was supposed to work over here. But we just hemorrhage cash every month. And then if you're working, we'll get a bit more off them. Yeah. Scott Wood's wood. I think I've got this microphone finally set to exactly where it wants to be. That really sounds cool. Apart from that crackling, that doesn't sound very cool, does it? So if you're interested, we've got the Shaw SM7B going into the Rodecaster Duo. Good thing about the Duo is you don't need to put a FET head or anything like that because it gets enough decibels of gain into the audio box to pull it up to where it needs to be. So it's pretty clean, isn't it? I have the tone turned down pretty well, and I have a deep voice anyway. Let me just have a look at something to see if... Oh, this is just going too well. I'm bound to mess them up by put in the outro in the intro and stuff like that. So what we've got here, we've got the Siren 2. There we are. Look. That's what it looks like. You can even see the embossing on that label. Look at that. Trying to book a holiday in October. Holy shit, it's gone, dear. Depends where you go. Cleethorpes in October should be reasonably cheap. You get a travel lodge or something. So let's have a look in this box. Obviously, I'm not trying to sell you it because somebody gave me it anyway. I'm not reviewing it. This is my property given to me by the lovely Craig. And I just want to show you all about it. If you're into mouth along, you might be interested. You might be able to buy one somewhere. You probably won't. It's come out of somebody's collection that sold them up. What we got in there? Some spare O-rings. So you can change them into red or thingy. One of them dodgy screwdrivers. They're not any good for anybody with hands bigger than children. That's what I've found. Yeah, we've just... it just cost us 900 quid for 2 flights to Malaga. They're a bit like, oh, do you want to take some luggage with you? Yeah, well, that's 50 quid each way, so that's 200 quid, that doesn't it? Darling, she's nice. So you're looking at this same time as what I am, because I've never opened that before, obviously you can see. So it's got Siren written on there. Let's see if I've got a really low number. Will it focus? There we go. GA133. Is that a number? Or is that the number at the top? Designed by Digi Flavor. Solid gold. 510 pin. So the contact is real. It's warm up here tonight. It's nice. So what is it? It's a bottom airflow RTA. Has it got top airflow as well? Can't see any there. Can't get the top off either. Nice. Ooh, what's happening? What's happening, man? I've unscrewed something. Oh, I've got the old chimney out. That's nice, isn't it? So let's have a look at the deck. Need some lube. 561 from UK to Malaga. So look, who's that with Jet 2? Is that 561 each? We're going from East Mid. That's pretty solid on there, to be honest, but we're going to need to get it off. It's been on there a long time, hasn't it? As is that. Oh no, it's only a quarter turn, that then, isn't it? Really, 1 quarter turn. Douche. Some nice big kidney-shaped fill ports there, and a fairly deep chamber on it. What do you reckon that is? 10 mil deep, a bit more. It's a tiny device, isn't it, really? Not for both of you. Oh, right, Brian. I can't fit it behind the chair in front on Brian. I have to have extra leg room. Saying that, though, their extra leg room isn't that expensive, is it? Right, let's see if we can get this off without bricking it. We've got a spare glass here if we do, but I'd rather not. It'd be less fabulous if I didn't brick it, really. 561. I didn't look at Ryanair had the wrong flight times for us going to Malaga because we wanted to be at we wanted to be there. They got you there about midnight with the one from East Midlands. They've changed all the flight times. It's not really any good, that, for me. It's all right if you've got your own place. I don't know if that's going to come off. I'll have to try something else. So what you're going to do, go over there and rent an apartment. Lots of the stuff on booking.com has been took off because they've made them take all the unregulated apartments off and hotels off. So they took a lot of stuff off this year. we were looking to get a villa, and it's cost us a few quid because we were waiting for Louise to get the result back, and it started to run out. There we go. Extra legroom, 30 quid a seat each way, 120 on top, plus 77 quid a case. Yeah, but the thing is, you want to take your underpants, don't you? You got to, you want at least 2 pair of underpants. Ooh, that's pretty well stuck on there. We might be able to. I think we'll save it. Let's put it back together. Obviously, it's single coil, this, isn't it? So your coil's going to go in there. One leg's going to go in there. One leg's going to go in there. I'll even put it on there so you can see it. Go on, focus. She would be in too much pain after a 2-hour flight. Been looking at packages about 1,700 quid up or 2k all in. It's a lot for a week, isn't it? In October. Apparently Mallorca's empty. That's what people keep telling me, or whether it's just one of them things. If you want to get some heat, you want to be in Alicante area. Have a look, see what you can get there. Get Benny or somewhere like that. Have a look, see what you can get. Because you get more heat at that side of the country than what you do at the Costa del Sol side. Yeah, have a look on Love Holidays. They're abta bonded and everybody ends up in a shithole, but you'll be fine. You're not going to Expo then? No, he's going abroad. I'm off to Benidorm then. I'm eating Benny, Scott. Right, let's turn this exposure down a bit because she's a bit too bright. There we go. Has that got it? John the Bafin Joker, how you doing? How are you, dude? Nice to see you live. Yeah, it makes a change, doesn't it? Well, I was going to go live on my other channel, but I couldn't think of what to say on there. And then I've been making this supersonic intro all afternoon, and then I messed it up when I put it on because I'm a noob. I'll tell you what, it's a tidy looking piece, that, isn't it, really? So I better find a coil. I don't know where I've put them, that's the only thing. Is Benny good? Looked at reviews and scared of getting ripped off. Oh, Benny's lovely. Nice place in Benidorm. We're going to stop in the Ocus this time. Now, I don't know if it's going to be any good, so I'm not going to tell you about that. If you look, I'm trying to remember the name of it because I've only stayed there twice, and when you get to my age group, you can't remember. If you look in self-catering, I think it's about 800 quid each a week when we were looking in September. Then that's why we decided to go to the Ocus, which is where next door to where they filmed Benidorm. We got half board for a little bit more, so we decided to do that. But Jet 2, it's a vibe resort, and it's called something Loy. Avenida, that was another one. Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. Primavera Loy. Put that in, Primavera, then Loy, spelled Loix, and have a look at that. That is a beautiful apartment block, and it's just far enough away from English Square so you don't have to listen to the noise, and it's near enough so it only takes you 2 minutes to get to it. Just seen so many people getting mugged. Yeah, well, the only what you've got to watch out for on social media is that people who post on, there's a lot of Benidorm TikTokers and things like that. If you listen to Nigel, the Benidorm TikTok guide, he'll give you the proper information. There's a lot of them are wandering around there going, "No, watch out, you get mugged here, you get mugged there." If you're absolutely drunk out your head and you're on your own and you walk down the street, you've got a chance of getting mugged. If you do that in your own town or city at 2 o'clock in the 3 o'clock in the morning, you've got just as much chance. There's certain areas where you don't, there's certain areas probably where you won't want to be. Secret is Always walk around in twos, late at night. Never let a mate go home on his own. Don't walk around with your big gold watch on or your Rolex or your big gold chain. Just make sure that you keep yourself just about right to get home. And if you're a bit worried about it, jump in a taxi. You can take you home for £2. But we've never had any trouble. But I'm 6'3", and so my brother's 6'5", so we've not really had any trouble. When you build trays, can fit 6 pots of coils on the tray, and keep tools tidy too. That's a good idea then. Sod that, not for me. You've never been to, how do you know? You can get mugged in Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but say it's just a nice holiday. That Primavera Law is lovely. I mean, you can go to the old town in Benidorm, and it's just as quiet as anywhere else. Try that, and then the old bars and stuff like that in that area are lovely. It's the same as anything. You won't want to be at our age group. You won't want to be in the middle of English Square at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to show you, because it's just like bloody anywhere else. It's full of young'uns at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's sick and fighting, and there's not much fighting because they've got some massive bouncers. And they give them a good hand. But you can get mugged anyway. So it's just keep yourself right. Right, I'm just going to do this. I say it's the same as anywhere. Now they know who I am. Yes, Dave. What's your name, Dave? All right. Sorry, Dave. Sorry, Dave. Here's your wallet back. Say, we've never had any trouble. You watch the good this time I get mugged. The thing is with me, I've got a lot going on over here, so I've got a lot of anger. It'd probably be a bad day to try and mug me. What's this? If you get mugged... Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, just imagine here every time you earn £1, they want it. It's like, oh, we'll have that. What are you on that for? Oh, we want it. I worked hard for that. Oh, we want it. We want it to get somebody else. They're the wrong ones. I ordered the wrong ones a few in. That's why I ordered them other ones. Just got to remember where the other ones are. I should have done this before I started the stream, shouldn't I, really? It'll come to me in a minute where I've put them. I've got a big bag of proper coils, but I think they're all too big. Fuse Claptons, staggered fuse Claptons, staggered fuse Claptons, fuse staggered Claptons, fuse Claptons, series fuse Claptons. Oh, I've got some of them. That's it. Stream's cancelled. I can't find the coils. You don't know what you're doing now. Well, you should know. back in a moment. Just a minute, guys. I've done quite a lot of draws. Next, on the next badge, I'll stick an air tag on them. Yeah, if you could, mate, that'd be handy. There is somewhere. I've got two packs, and obviously in your wrapper. Well, there's a thing. On the 47th time we're looking in the same drawer, I'll find them. I've just gone and ordered some oak. Oh, that'd be nice. We're about to go old school and make one. For the first time. No, I can't even find the wire. I'm sure there's a little gremlin comes in here and steals things. One more drawer to go. Get ready. Found him. He showed me address then. Got it. Mouth to lung fused 0.72 NiHT. Get in. Here we go. Came from CC Coils. Here you go. Look at the font on that. Let's have a look at them. Has everybody gone? Fed up of watching me doing shit. Here we go. So we're going to have to wind them up a bit or wind them out a bit, aren't we? So we're obviously going to have to wind it up a bit. What are they, 2.5 mil, 3 mil in the diameter? Well, they're about 3, aren't they? Does it say on there? It doesn't say. Put another half wrap on it either way. God, they're small, them, aren't they? So if you want any of them, you can get a discount using Ben 10 over at CC Coils. Oh, the 2.5s. There you go. We'll put another wrap on them because they're real dainty little bad boys, aren't they? That's what happens, you see, as you get older, your skin goes that liney or wrinkled, your bloody camera can't pick up on the coil. So I'll put half a wrap on each side. It'll be fabulous. Has everybody gone? Let's have a vape. How long have we been here? Feels like forever. We've been here 45 minutes and got nothing done. That's the last time I went live was Expo, so, near enough, isn't it? There we go, that one there. Does anybody else do that? Use the camera as a bloody lens? So, there she is. These are dainty little darlings, aren't they? Look at that. This should be quite an easy fit. No, it won't. Unless we're going that way. That's the way it wants to go. I could bend it down a bit. Put that in the middle of the camera. That's an easy fit, isn't it? Fits in there perfect. Look at that. Screw it in. Chat's gone dead. They've all gone home. Try not to bend that up. You see, that's actually a good picture. I'll just keep banging these specs on the bloody microphone. Sorry. Look at that. We're about in the middle and all that. Let's give that another tweak the other side because that one had a bit longer. It's probably not the best coil that you've ever seen fitted, but I bet it's a close second. I should say, I squeeze that on my thingies. And they're dainty, them. Lovely. You could nearly bend them off with without using your snippers, but Tim MZ, how you doing? Well, hello. Just saw this pop up. Yeah, I should have maybe planned it really, but I didn't know what I was going to do. I was going to go live on my other channel, but I just fancy doing something vape related. I was watching Vic's What's Up, and it, you know, you're like, this is my thing. I love it. So I did a really nice intro and then knackered it up. I used to love doing these build streams. You thought you were doing something, you know, good for your fellow man. And then toss a government got hold of it and have wrecked it. Let's see if I can get a little bit. That's what happens with them is they arc out on the side of the chimney if you don't watch it. You put it all together. Come on, work. Here we go. Lovely. Yeah, the last time I went live, Tim, was 12th of May, I think. So, you know, you're not get bothered too many new notifications. I don't upload anything of videos or anything because they put them all behind the age gate. So I just stopped doing them. No point, is there? You've got to realise when it's not happening. So what we're going to put this on. We've got a Danny box here somewhere. God knows how they got that bloody... oh, God. I need practice. God knows why them bloody coils are right down at the bottom of that one. Got them batteries in it. Dicodes. I've had to order some new batteries. Hopefully they'll come tomorrow. Mine has started. Mine is Samsung. What did they call them? S Summit. And they've all started to pack in. I've had them years though. Right, I'll take that off. That can go on my unused RDA heap for the evening. RTA heap. So here we have the beautiful Danny. Dicodes Danny, darlings. $22.5. Ooh. I think it might need a bit of a strum, that. Knock it down a bit. If I can remember how you do it on this. I can't remember how you do the bloody... Oh, there we go. I don't think... I've never really turned this down. Anyway, I can't remember. There's some special fancy way you have to do it. Give a pulse. Give a little stretch and they'll be absolutely spanking gorgeous. So anyway, if you're going to ever look for anything, make sure you look in the last drawer that you're going to look in first. Come on, go. Go on. having a day off. Evans! Just me doing a build on a Siren 2 RTA. There she is. Done. Boosh! Is that a hotspot? Yeah, there is one round the back. Hang on. That's it. Perfect. Lovely. Obviously, you must put the cotton through there and down onto that plate at the bottom. It's the only way it can go, isn't it, really? Because there's no actual juice wells. So get ready for me to leak shit all over the place. It's time for a vape. It's 5 minutes. I don't want to rush about. It's the only way I can get the adverts going. You know how it is. That is a nice vape. I'll just give the downward camera a really good smack. How's that? So anybody saying anything to me? No, probably not. I ain't been here for ages. At least I'm surprised anybody bothered coming in at all. They must have the notifications set. It's also surprising, since I've not posted anything on this channel, well, not very often. Last thing I posted was at Expo. There's only about 5 or 6 subscribers disappeared, which is strange, isn't it, really? Somebody's big alarm's going off. I hope it's not mine. It's not my house one anyway. I don't know what my burglar alarm sounds like on my car, but I don't think it's one of them. That sounds like one of them fake ones, doesn't it? No, it stopped. No notification. I've probably been shadow banned. No, I didn't actually set a time. I've definitely been cancelled. Oh, cancelled. I was born to be cancelled. You can't be the cancellation. Anyway, for this evening, we're going to use, all the way from Expo, from beautiful Bald Scotstall, some fuzz cotton. Please feel free to start a cotton debate, which is better. Yeah, I just refreshed. And hello, you was there. Yeah, to be honest, I just did a quick go live. I went, because normally Craig's on, isn't he, really? He's got a bit of, he's got an audience going on. So I had a look through there and he weren't on and I didn't see anybody else on. So I thought, I'll have a go. Because, if people watch a regular show, the last thing is it's quite rude just to fire a live up in it, really, when everybody else has already got that spot. Ginger bearded vape god. Good evening, John. How are you, buddy? This is the man that was responsible for me drinking soda water and blackcurrant. Not because he made me drink it, because he bought me it. It's the first time I'd ever tried it. I've gone on since then to Vimto. Vimto and soda water, everything. I'm the full lot. Welcome, John. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hello. Yeah, I usually go live on my other channel. Sometimes I go on a Monday night, but I do it on my phone vertical because it's only got 365 subscribers now. Hello, Cheryl. How you doing? 365 subscribers now, so I'm getting up there with the old walking about, really. I put quite a lot of shorts on there, and that seems to get a few subscribers. It's not that you're after subscribers, but you need them, don't you, to get going. We've got a little spider here. He can be part of the show. Right, let's just have a little go at this. If you look, when it's gone off, if you look right at the beginning of the stream, I actually put the outro on instead of the intro, so that didn't do that much good. So what I'm presuming is, move that back to there so you can see it. Just going to put that through there, down through them, into there, trim off at the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. No idea how to wick one, never seen one before, never bothered even looking at a video. But I'm a vaping god, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So you've seen all the other ones now. With their AI photos. What's on my desk? What's in your buffet? And now I'm here. With this. With my amazing... There you go. Now, when I'm using 50/50 juice, to be honest, I don't fan this out at all because it. I don't fluff it out. I just fan it out. I celebrate. Where the fucking hell did that come from? I separate the cotton. Because with it being a 50/50 juice, if you don't watch it, it'll be too thin, and all you'll get is flooding. I've no idea how to wick this, so we're just going to go for like this. So that's in there like that. That one's a lump chopping off it. Like that. I'm really good at this, aren't I? So what I'm thinking, don't touch the bottom with the wicks. Is that right? Is that for the siren? Siren 2? You just leave them dangling under there then, like that. Right, we'll do that then. We'll try that. And if you're wrong, it's Nick's fault. Have you got the siren 2, Nick? Or are you just guessing? You watch, I probably chopped that off too short now. That really pissed me off. I have. Sometimes it's better just to wet the cotton, to be honest. There we go. There we are. I'm going to give you the squirt. So what we're going to do, what should we do? I'll choke it. Right, okay. Not with my juice. It's 100% PG. Now we can do Jack and Honey from the Posh Vape Jew line. I'm not on, am I? I'm not on the thing. I need to be on my own stream. Yeah, from the Posh Vape Jew line. They're, I better not keep saying stuff about that because otherwise I'll end up with a government stamp coming through the post. Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, probably just naffed it up. So what we'll do, I ain't tried this yet. This Kyberry, 12 milligram Kyberry. I ain't tried it yet. So we'll put a bit on there. And it'll make that go in the right place. Just shove it through there. God, it smells nice, that. A bit more on there. This is what I do with the Albrique. And that's what keeps it in the thing at the side. Look at that. It's a powerhouse. A powerhouse of vapors. Believe in yourself. Make sure you believe in yourself. God, that smells nice. This is sponsored by Nick Nevins because he sent me it. Thank you. So really, that's all we need to do. I just need to put a little bit of So what we're doing today for the AdSense, we're making a 20-minute stream stretch out to 2 hours. How about that? We've got to put a little bit of juice on there as well because these were well dry. Well dry, innit? What's happening here, man? Make sure we're not arcing. Ah. Did you hear that crackle then? It made it sound very, 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 very bit. Look at this. This is a bit where you're supposed to put some real slow music on. Do you like the old 70s porn music where you're just filling your tank up? Because you can't watch porn anymore because this government made you go through the age gate. Mother should have trusted the government. No way, son. And what I need to do is put that camera up, really. No cam. What are you watching? There we go. Let's put a little bit of juice on there. Probably don't need it because it's going to be right next to there, but we'll give it a whirl anyway, in case we need to set the top off. And away we go. You missed the crackle when I hear it. You tell you you didn't add enough cotton. Yeah, well, I think you're from America, aren't you? You don't crackle much over there. It's got a bit of resistance on it. Oh, listen to that. That's not crackle, that's audio. God, that's nice, that. Put it around this side, get ready. Praise the Lord. I don't know if I put anything else in that Kyberry. It's nice. Right, there we go. Have a look down my trumpet. Trumpet? Where'd that come from? Chimney. I can't believe it. I can't possibly hit the wick the first time ever. Surely not. It took me ages to learn how to wick, and now I've got the patience of a saint because I'm just old. And you can do anything if you try hard enough. Ooh. Nice, like it, fantastic. It's got a fair old chimney on it though. Probably for the real tight mouth to lungers. But it's got adjustable airflow on this, so you ain't got to mess about with pins out. You can just turn it down one. Let's have a go at that. See, that's too much. That just tastes like nicotine. Let's have another go. That's about where I like to be. I like a good resistance, like a cigarette. That's what I'm after. But I don't like a full resistance, like a prison roll-up. Because they're rubbish. Miss the crackle. How can you miss the crackle? So if you need any of these, if you pop over to CC Cole's website and or hit him up on Facebook or do whatever you want, he'll send you some out. And if you use Ben 10, he'll knock you 10% off. So if you spend plenty of money, you'll get free shipping technically. How about that? I can't imagine that camera ever working again. You're vaping an orange sherbet slushy flavour. It's a bit intense. So is Mr. Intense. That's nice. Just a nice dark, sort of, not dark, citrusy type fruit, Kyberry. Be kiwi, wouldn't it? That's decent, that. I've started mixing. What I do, I put one flavour in at 8%, and then 0.5 super sweet, and that's my mix. That's all I do. And I've done quite a few, and it's perfectly good. You know, I've not done, so if you're just starting with anything, what I'll do, because I've put them in as technically the two flavours because I put super sweet in. So if you go over, I'll make them all public on ELR. So if you're just absolutely new to vaping and you enjoy mouth to lung, just put them in and then give it a whirl. You know, like 0.5 super sweet. You've only got to make 30ml. I did a Malibu. I did a what was the other one? Tutti Frutti, Molinberry's Tutti Frutti. Just put a little bit of 2% bubblegum in that one though. SSA's bubblegum. And that's turned out to be a nice bubblegum. But I actually went back. I've got to change that because I put 0.75 super sweet in there because the Tutti Frutti was a bit harsh. And the good thing is with the little fruity ones, you can nearly do vape and shake and vape. So you can use them the same day. Or if you give them a day, it'll be a bit better. But say if you can go on Amazon and buy 30ml bottles for really, really nothing. You know, so it's a good start if you're just doing that. If you fancy these things, just do them as a single flavour and then put a little bit of super sweet in. If you're coming off commercial juice, put at least 0.5 in and get going. Or, you know, you might want 0.1 in if you've been on it. Or so say if you vape a really sweet juice, if you've been vaping Onyx for a long time, you'll be looking for that sweetness in your vape. So you'll probably need to put a bit more in. But you can just experiment. If you only made 20ml of it in a 30ml bottle, and then just get your flavours right. And then hopefully, you know, when it comes to charging you 2 arms and 3 legs for 10ml of e-liquid, you'll be well into it and get yourself going. There's loads of flavours about on loads of different places. Obviously, Flavour Craver, they've got going again, haven't they? I don't know if they're doing concentrates. Rainbow Vape's got some really bargain bucket stuff of the Molinberry range that they've got left, which it says on them out of date, but there's nothing wrong with them. They're just like a fine wine. They just get better. If they haven't had any nicotine, it's the nicotine that goes off in e-liquid. So just give it a whirl. I mean, they're not inspirational, mind-blowing mixes, what I do, by any means. But if you're doing it in mouth to lung, you tend to need them stronger than what you will do if you're doing them in 3 milligrams. So, because, you know, when you're vaping warm, you're going to get a lot more flavour off them than you are mouth to lung. Get some 72 off nickel before it gets too expensive and just give yourself a chance. If you can get a couple of years worth, and then if it gets, you know, when you get to that stage, just pack it in. Don't bother going back on the fags because that's what they want you to do. Beat them at their own game. Make sure they don't get any more money. Make sure the 50ml, when they hand it back over to a different party at the end of it, it'd probably be 100 billion in debt. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. And don't buy it off Vape Club either. Don't send any money to UK Via. It's all doom and gloom, isn't it? So hope you enjoyed that. How long have we been here? 1 hour, 12 minutes. What time is it? Sue's in a bit. I'll have another 10 minutes and then we'll go because I don't come on very often. So I might as well stay a bit longer. So has anybody just started mixing or, you know, thinking about it or got some stuff ready and they need to get stuck into it? Or you're all massively experienced mixers? Or the thing is with commercial juice, it's absolutely fine, but if you can do it yourself, you end up self-sufficient, don't you? So buy a load of coils off Ian, get some mouth-to-lung tanks and crack on vaping. What's good concentrates to start with? What do you get for fruits? Well, it's one. That's one of them questions. It's an open-ended one, really. First place I'd go to really is go to Rainbow Vapes and go into their discount section and have a look in there and see if there's anything you can find in there, because some of it you're buying at £1 a bottle. And it's not because it's rubbish, it's just because nobody's been on and bought it. You know, and just, it depends what fruit do you like. most of my stuff here is Mullenbury. I buy a lot of Mullenbury, and I bought a lot of Mullenbury, and Nick gave me a big box full of it for a start. That's what got me started off. And it's surprising what you can do. Yeah, it's what you need to do. What somebody needs to do is they need to do a stream, where it's just an hour long, just one person in a on a stream, and say, right, this is how I mix my e-liquid, and but obviously you need to screen share and stuff like that to show you how it works. And it was Bill that started me off. Graham's always brilliant at it. Obviously Nick's brilliant at it. If you can get with any of them, they'll show you how to do it. But just for a basic mix, they'll show you how to work it out on ELR. I can't share screen on this; it makes it awkward. And all the figures are there for you, and all you've got to do is tip it into a pot or tip it into a bottle. What I normally do is I mix it into a cup because the top's bigger, and then use the thing and tip it into the bottles out of the into a funnel out the bottle. But it's very, 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 very easy to do. If you can mix anything, you can mix that, because you're going to you put it in and you say, right, I want 2% of that. And you try and make done another blue ras custard today. It's okay. It needs a steep of it. See, that's blue raspberry custard. To me, that don't go together. But obviously, if you make that and you like it, then it's as good as out. I mean, you can make a custard just on its own. I've got loads of custard here because I bought big bottles of Cat V1. They've still got the triangles in them. But with the custard, there can be, if you've got a lot of custard in there could be up to 6 weeks to get a proper steep. And if you hit on what the one that you like, the good idea is, as soon as you get it to how you like it, is to make another 200 mil or another 100 mil. Because by the time you finish that one in 6 weeks' time, your next one will be ready. Oh, it's just blueberry raspberry custard. Oh, well, it'd be nice then, wouldn't it? Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Yeah, so it'd be fine. I'm thinking of fizzy blue ras. Easy Like a Sunday Morning by Marvin Gaye. I haven't got the right setup to do it, because otherwise I would. It would mean what I'd have to do. I'd have to get a recipe out, screenshot it, put it into OBS, put it up on the screen, and show you it that way. Hello, Cloud Chuck. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. I have done it before. I think I took them all down, though. But it's really easy to get confused, because there'd be a lot of people on the mixing shows and they'd be like, well, I use 0.5% of this and 0.5% of that. I said, for the absolute start, I would have a word with Benny and get him to do a basic mix, just for the people that are just starting, and just to show them how easy it is. But then the rest of it, after you start doing that, when you first start mixing, if you actually hit one that you like, it gives you the confidence. I couldn't mix for toffee. And I said to Graham in the end, I said, I'm sacking this. I can't do this. And he went, right. So he looked through what I got, and within 15 minutes, I'd made 300 ml of e-liquid under his direction. And a couple of weeks later, I'd got 3 perfectly vaporable, really nice e-liquids. A lot of the time, it's just finding the best flavours you need. For example, the best blue ras, the best custard, and you're halfway there. Yeah, that's right. I suppose, if you listen to the e-liquid mixing show, and obviously to everybody else that talks about mixing, they'll tell you the ones that are absolutely crap. I mean, I love bubblegum flavours, and I always have done. I can't chew it anymore. I ain't got enough teeth left. And I bought Vape Train's bubblegum, and I made quite a lot of liquid with it. And after the first 2 days, I'm thinking, this is amazing. But then the trouble is with Vape Train bubblegum, after about another 5 days, it turns into aniseed. And whatever you do, you can't get rid of it. So if you've made 100 ml of, fruity custard, you've basically got fruity aniseed, and that's the way it turns. So I can't remember which. I think it's Flavour Arts bubblegum, is it? Is it FA? I can't remember. And I got that, and it's good. It just tastes the taste of bubblegum all the time you've done it. But what I mix about 8% for mouthfeel uncas, and I do it 50-50. And I mix with free-base nicotine, because I'm like Vic. I like the SSA. That's exactly what I've got then. I like to throat it like a cigarette. If you mix with Nick salts, it's smoother. But I say I just prefer that big thruns at 12 milligrams, so it just kicks you. And I've got now, so if I go on holiday, I only take mouthful. I used to take batteries, a battery charger, loads of juice, different RTAs, RDAs, all sorts of things, but I don't anymore. Oz DIY is the best blue ras. Innerwear is the best custard, in your opinion? Yeah, I like the Cat Big one. I say I've got 60 mils here. Yeah, it does sound like riddles for a start, but within in a short space of time, it won't. What's that say, Bucky? I can't think what they call it. I've got three of them little shells you get out of B&M, blocks, and I've actually got three of them full of for different concentrates, and some of them are still what Nick gave me. If you're coming away from commercial e-liquid, this will be your friend, because you'll need some of this, because the stuff that you vape now, if it's commercialised, will have quite a lot of sweetness in there. My last bottle of 30 mils of this stuff lasted me 5 years, but I thought, well, I might as well buy 60 if it's all going to go peak tongue. So I've got, hopefully I'll be alive when I run out of this. So it's better than Capella whipped cream. I don't know. See, I don't really do whipped cream. First one I did a coffee and cream, and I put 12% of one in and 6% of the other. It was vile. But you will get some hits and you will get some misses. But that's the way life is, isn't it? Sometimes. But as soon as you get one that you like, you just you start on that, and then you just keep going. Right, I suppose I better go. I've been here an hour and 20 minutes. And, I'm working for free now, because obviously everybody needs to start smoking again. I'm demonetised. Right, I don't know if I'll do the intro this time. Is it on the way out? Thanks ever so much for popping in. Hello, Scott Savage. How you doing? You've just actually got here just as we're leaving. But I did try for an hour and 20 minutes to get you in. Thanks ever so much for popping in, everyone. I'm going to get my glasses adjusted tomorrow, because these are a bit loose. I'm varifocal, so if I look out the bottom, I can read. And if I look at the rest of it, I can see. Bonus. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. Just a bit of something to do on a Monday night. First time I've been on this channel for a long time. I would think by the time it gets uploaded, they'll put it behind the H gate, because I've been showing you how to put coils in the thing. But that's life anyway, isn't it? Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.